You know, I spend a lot of my time behind this desk yelling about the bad things in sports. F you, idiot. Buy a fucking microphone, Kansas. Woo! You're a idiot. But that's not really who I am. I'm a positive person who loves sports. And so, because it's the end of the year and because I'm filled with holiday cheer and goodwill towards my fellow man, I want to share with you the best sports moments of 2015. The year started with bowl action on New Year's Day, and not just any bowl games, the first ever college football playoff. And after a season of playing just well enough to barely escape inferior competition, Jameis Winston's magic ran out with a hilarious fumble against Oregon that was returned for a touchdown. It was the perfect comeuppance for a guy who spent the year dodging a sexual assault accusation, stealing crab legs, and throwing interceptions. And nothing good ever happened to him ever again. Until May, when he was selected first overall in the NFL draft and signed a $25 million contract. So, that's great. Speaking of the NFL, it gave us possibly the most exciting Super Bowl in history. The best team in each conference, incredible plays throughout the game, and gutsy coaching decisions until the very end, when it became the single most devastating sports moment of my life. And of course, the Patriots winning fueled Deflategate, a months-long farce of an investigation that resulted in a suspension that was overturned on appeal because Roger Goodell is terrible at everything except hollow gestures and wasting our time. But hey, Steph Curry led the Warriors to their first NBA championship in 40 years, and man, that was fun to watch. For as long as I can remember, any team that was remotely as fun as the Warriors usually lost to the Spurs. Yeah, in a format typically dominated by plodding, physical teams, here was this up-tempo, fluid offense, jacking threes and blowing people off the court. The Warriors were absolutely deserving champions and my favorite team to watch in 2015. Of course, their victory highlighted the sad arc of the greatest player in the game because LeBron had to try to beat the Warriors playing alongside J.R. Smith, Michael Rappaport, and like a traffic cone. Oh, Coney's so gritty on D, just sitting there in the lane taking that charge. No player in NBA history has ever done more with less, but all we'll ever hear is Skip Bayless braying about LeBron's finals record. That brings us to this summer when the U.S. women's national team won the World Cup thanks to brilliant defending and a mid-tournament lineup change that freed up Carly Lloyd to wreck the rest of the world. Lloyd's hat trick in the first 14 minutes of the World Cup final was probably the greatest individual performance in women's soccer history, and it happened on the sport's biggest stage. Granted, that sport's biggest stage happened to be covered with artificial turf, a danger to the players that FIFA would never allow for the men's game, because we can't even enjoy the highest level of women's sports without the blatant display of systemic sexism. And we can't talk about female athletes in 2015 without bowing down to Serena Williams, who battled injury, illness, and her own demons to complete one of the most dominant stretches of her historic career at an age when most tennis players are long retired. She was more than deserving of SI's Sports Person of the Year award. Just don't say that anywhere horse enthusiasts can hear you. Because I said that American Pharoah shouldn't win it, and I've been blocking people with horse avatars on social media ever since. Shout out to the guy who found out where I live so he could threaten me. Nice move. Again, because I said a horse shouldn't win an award for people. Anyway, first Triple Crown winner in 37 years. Really f***ing magical for me. Oh, right, positive things. Right. Hey, how about Cam Newton and the Panthers? You know, the most photogenic athlete alive having an MVP season for an undefeated team. Plus, Cam has made dabbing a widespread phenomenon, which is great news if you love memes but found planking too difficult. But the Panthers are absolutely the feel-good story of the year for the NFL, which needs it given its continued employment of Greg Hardy and the quack doctor who spearheaded the NFL's concussion denials for years, and Roger Goodell, who, again, is terrible at everything but will have the job forever. What else happened? Let's see. Duke won the NCAA tournament, Derek Jeter got a 7-month hand job, the best player on the Stanley Cup champion got accused of rape, a woman beater continued to be the highest paid athlete in the world despite being boring as shit in the ring, and the woman who opposed him most loudly, the most interesting and dominant athlete in MMA, got her head damn near kicked off. So just great. Just a f***ing great year of sports. Merry Christmas, everybody. See you next year.